In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on February 6, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Alabama versus Auburn. On the upcoming Hump Day night, the spotlight in Southeastern Conference betting action will be on the clash between the number 16 ranked and Southeastern Conference leading Alabama Crimson Tide and the number 12 ranked Auburn Tigers in the final showdown of their in-state rivalry during the regular season. The Alabama team, led by Coach Nate Oates, is riding a 4-game winning streak, triumphing both straight up and against the college basketball odds. Their recent commanding performance saw them overwhelm Mississippi State 99-67 as 8.5-point home favorites over the weekend. Meanwhile, the Auburn Tigers have found their rhythm, securing 2 consecutive victories, including a convincing 91-77 win over Ole Miss as 3-point road favorites. This edition marks the 170th encounter of the Iron Bowl in basketball, and its outcome holds significant implications for the Southeastern Conference title race. The victor will not only bolster their chances in the conference but also enhance their standing in the NCAA tournament. The Alabama Crimson Tide and the Auburn Tigers are set to face each other for the second time in 2 weeks, this time on Auburn's home turf. In their previous matchup in Tuscaloosa, Alabama dominated the first half, establishing a 14-point lead early in the second half. Although Auburn mounted a comeback and regained the lead with about 9 minutes left, they couldn't capitalize on crucial shots, ultimately losing by 4 points. Key players in that game were Mark Sears with 22 points and 8 assists for Alabama, and Johnny Broome, who contributed 25 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks for the Tigers. Auburn boasts one of the most formidable home court advantages in the Southeastern Conference, likely to be showcased on ESPN2 Wednesday evening. Neville Arena becomes a cacophony of noise in Auburn's marquee matchups, fueling the team's energy. Undefeated at home this season, the Tigers have covered the spread in every game as favorites of less than 20 points in front of their fervent fans. Notably, Auburn has suffered only 1 home loss in the past 3 seasons. The Tigers' defense at home is particularly robust, limiting opponents to a 40.8% effective field goal percentage and an impressive 29.1% from beyond the arc, leading in various defensive metrics on Ken Palm, including efficiency, effective field goal percentage, block rate, and turnover rate. Auburn poses a challenge for the Alabama offense, especially considering the Tide's drop in production on the road. In the initial matchup, Auburn struggled with their long-range shooting, making just 20% of their 3-point attempts. Despite a commendable effort from Johnny Broome, who scored 25 points, Auburn's second-half resurgence fell short. The Tigers aim to rectify their performance in the upcoming rematch, relying on their talented roster and sharing the ball effectively, ranking 6th in assists nationwide. Auburn's strength in scoring at the rim may pose a challenge for Alabama, especially if the Tigers can capitalize on their free throw opportunities, boasting a 76.3% free throw percentage on an average of 22.2 attempts per game. Alabama's offensive prowess is undeniable, but the question looms in hostile enemy territory. Auburn, known for its defensive capabilities, ranks 4th in defensive efficiency, 2nd in opponent effective field goal percentage, and 19th in opponent 3-point percentage. The Tigers exhibit staunch defense at the rim, holding opponents to 47.7% shooting and blocking 16.9% of rim shot attempts. Reflecting on the previous meeting at Coleman Coliseum, Alabama narrowly clinched victory, relying on superior 3-point and free throw shooting. However, with the venue now switched to Auburn, the dynamics may shift. Despite Alabama's 3-2 straight-up and against the spread record on the road, their victories have been hard-fought, and Auburn has dominated their Southeastern Conference home games by an average margin of 19 points. Anticipating a competitive game, the Auburn Tigers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Optimism surrounds a high-scoring affair in the 170th Iron Bowl, with Alabama expected to find ways to score even against a stout Auburn defense. While Alabama may face challenges in scoring in the paint, their proficient three-point shooters, including Mark Sears, Sam Walters, and lateral right cell JR, present a formidable threat. Auburn, on the other hand, is predicted to have a better shooting performance, dominating in the paint and getting to the foul line more effectively than in their previous meeting. In a matchup featuring two high-tempo teams, Alabama ranking 17th in tempo and Auburn 72nd, the prospect of minimal defense adds to the anticipation. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick, projecting a high-scoring spectacle in the 170th edition of the Iron Bowl. Wisconsin versus Michigan. The upcoming basketball clash features the number 11 Wisconsin Badgers squaring off against the struggling Michigan Wolverines at the Crisler Center in Ann Arbor, Michigan, scheduled for Wednesday night. The Badgers, having won 3 of their last 5 games, are heading into this matchup on the heels of a 2-game losing streak. On the other hand, the Wolverines, who have lost 5 consecutive games, are fresh from a defeat against Rutgers. Notably, this game marks the sole meeting between these two teams in the current season. Embarking on their journey to Ann Arbor, the Wisconsin Badgers aim to recover from 2 challenging losses suffered last week, first against Nebraska and then at home against Purdue. These setbacks pushed the Badgers 1 game behind Purdue in the conference standings, intensifying their determination to bounce back in the impending clash. Michigan, having endured a string of 5 consecutive losses, including 3 straight at home, faces the added challenge of their star player, Doug McDaniel, primarily performing in home games. Observations indicate a potential regression in McDaniel's performance due to inconsistent playing time. With 3 consecutive home losses by double digits, Wisconsin poses a formidable test for Michigan, and the Badgers are anticipated to secure a comfortable victory in this encounter. Amid the broader narrative of the college basketball season, characterized by ranked teams struggling on the road against unranked opponents, Michigan appears to be a team in disarray. Factors such as McDaniel's situation, a perceived loss of control within the coaching staff, and a team seemingly disengaged for the remainder of the season contribute to this assessment. Despite possessing talent, Wisconsin stands out as a motivated and more talented team, maintaining a top 10 offensive ranking and a top 35 defensive ranking according to Ken Palm, even after their recent losses. The Michigan Wolverines' disappointing season, particularly in Big Ten matchups, is underscored by their mere 2 conference wins. Their upcoming challenge against one of the top Big Ten opponents comes amid a broader trend of 9 losses in their last 10 games, indicating a lack of positive momentum. With a defensive vulnerability evident in surrendering an average of 79 points per game, Michigan faces a significant challenge against Wisconsin's offense, which averages 75.5 points per game. Despite the recent loss to Purdue, Wisconsin showcased resilience by battling until the buzzer, positioning them as the superior team in this matchup. Anticipating a rebound, the Badgers aim to climb back into the top 10 of the AP poll. Analyzing Michigan's season-long struggles, turnovers emerge as a major issue, averaging 12.6 per game and ranking 239th nationally. This poses a concerning aspect as Wisconsin boasts the 33rd ranked defense, conceding only 98 points per 100 possessions. In contrast, the Badgers excel in ball control, averaging just 9.9 turnovers per contest, ranking 33rd nationally. The discipline disparity is unfavorable for Michigan, especially considering Wisconsin's defensive prowess. Considering Michigan's current form, there appears to be minimal rationale for supporting their prospects in this matchup. Regardless of being a ranked team on the road, the Wisconsin Badgers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Examining the offensive dynamics, Michigan scores an average of 77 points per game, while their defense allows 79 points per game. In contrast, Wisconsin's offense contributes 75.5 points per game, indicating both teams possess the potential for a high-scoring affair. Both teams maintain a mid-tempo offense, but Wisconsin stands out with the 8th-ranked adjusted offense, scoring 121 points per 100 possessions. The Badgers are poised to capitalize on offensive opportunities, especially against a Michigan defense susceptible to conceding significant points. The importance of ball control for the Wolverines is emphasized, as a failure in this aspect could result in transition points for the Badgers. Wisconsin already boasts one of the top offenses in the country, ranking 8th in offensive efficiency with an average of 121 points per 100 possessions. This sets the stage for an advantageous matchup against Michigan's defense, which ranks 186th. conceding 107 points per 100 possessions. Conversely, Michigan's strength lies in its offense, ranked 54th in efficiency with 114 points per 100 possessions. Notably, Wisconsin has demonstrated a tendency towards high-scoring games, being 6-1 to the over in their last 7 outings. This aligns with the expectation of the Badgers having a prolific offensive performance against the struggling Michigan defense. Consequently, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Creighton versus Providence. On this upcoming Wednesday night, basketball enthusiasts can anticipate an engaging Big East showdown between the number 19 Creighton Blue Jays, boasting a 15-6 record with a 10-12 against the spread and 10-12 over-under performance, as they embark on a road trip to face the Providence Friars, currently holding a 14-8 record with a 12-9-1 against the spread and 8-13-1 over-under standing in the comfort of their home court. Recent performances reveal Creighton's disheartening 99-98 home defeat against Butler, while the Friars experienced a similar setback with a 68-50 loss on the road against Villanova. The opening spread for this game initially stood at 2 points but has since shifted to 2.5, signifying sharp betting activity in favor of the Friars. Despite Creighton's superior standing on paper, their recent devastating loss to Butler might impact their performance, possibly leading them to approach this matchup with a less than optimal mindset. In contrast, the Friars find themselves in a near must-win situation, striving to secure a spot in the NCAA tournament. The compelling reason to lean towards Providence covering the spread lies in their formidable defensive capabilities, ranking 9th in defensive efficiency according to KenPom.com. Additionally, they surpass the league average in both opposing field goal and three-point percentage, suggesting their defense could be a determining factor, especially when playing on their home turf. While a more aggressive wager could involve the money line, opting for the point seems prudent in this context. Noteworthy trends include Providence failing to cover in 7 of their last 10 games, and Creighton covering in 3 of their past 5. Moreover, in head-to-head matchups, the Friars have covered in 8 of the last 10 encounters. This game holds significant importance for the Friars at home, as they seek quality wins to enhance their tournament resume. Despite shooting at a mere 38% from the field in their previous encounter with Creighton, resulting in a 9-point loss, the Friars are determined to reverse their fortune and showcase a strong home performance. With a current 3-2 record in the Big East at home this season, compared to their impressive 10-2 record at home in the previous season, the Friars aim to finish the season on a high note, starting with a victory against the Blue Jays. Providence's competitive edge against Creighton lies in their proficiency in rebounding and defense, boasting the top field goal defense in the Big East. This, coupled with their ability to minimize turnovers, makes the Providence Friars to cover the spread as underdogs our full game side pick. When assessing the total score for this matchup, it becomes crucial to consider the playing pace of both teams. According to KenPom.com, Creighton ranks 252nd in adjusted tempo, while Providence holds the 133rd position. Despite Creighton's overall superiority, their ability to control the game's pace might result in fewer possessions and subsequently fewer points scored. Furthermore, Providence's defensive prowess, ranked 9th in efficiency but lagging in offensive efficiency at 140th, could pose challenges for Creighton's offense. Trends from previous matchups indicate a tendency to go under, with 6 of the last 8 games falling below the total score. In their initial encounter, the two teams collectively accumulated 129 points, setting the tone for a potentially similar outcome in the upcoming game. Creighton's preference for higher-scoring contests clashes with Providence's defensive strengths, leading to a prediction of a low-scoring affair. Creighton's moderate offensive pace, ranked 234th nationally, combined with their slightly above-average scoring offense in the Big East, further supports the expectation of a game with fewer points. As a result, under the projected total emerges as our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.